of my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should ride on.
What's up?
Hey, welcome back. I miss you.
I miss you more.
Or last Monday,
Your
rather.
new, your new name is the Chicken Lady.
Yes, I am the chicken lady, and I love it.
Listen, but you know what? I be so intrigued when the chicken go missing. Like I'm
Oh
just
my God.
like,
I really be
she found
losing
the
it.
chicken. I be scared, like an alligator or something gonna get the chicken.
Girl, me too. An alligator, a cat, a hawk. You know, I live in the boonies, so I'm afraid something gonna get my babies. But they always come back home. So
Well, we're gonna pray that they don't get loose again.
please do pray for my babies.
So what
They
have you been up to? We missed you on the last episode. What's been
Ooh,
going on?
girl, these kids be keeping me busy, child. They getting all the sports and all the activities. And you know, Meg, we got all the recitals and games, playoffs, championships, graduations. I know you getting ready for a big graduation.
Yes, thank you, Jesus. Well, I was doing my holy dance, like, woo, praise
How does
God.
it feel? How does it feel?
It's a bittersweet moment, but more sweet than bitter.
I
um,
bet.
she is very expensive, and you know,
It's very expensive.
she is like she needs to understand the value of a dollar, and I feel like she doesn't, and it's kind of my fault because I feel like
That's what I was about to say. Sound like that's your fault.
unintentionally because you grow up with you don't want your kids to have the lifestyle that you grew up in. You want it to be better, but it's like a curse because it's basically making them lazy and it's making them feel like everything should be given to them. So that's my biggest fear with her, and I've been trying to teach her and tell her, like, listen, you are about to go off to college, focus on school, but I'm gonna have to pull back on what I give you now. Like
Right.
she think that everything is supposed to be hand given, like she's a princess. Everything is princess treatment, not no more.
I mean, it might be a little bit of a rude awakening, but Ari, she's a good girl and she's a smart girl. So I feel like she's gonna figure it out. I feel like I think she has some grind mentality in there
Mhm.
somewhere. Somewhere. I mean, if she takes after you and she's seen you
Our,
grinding.
our mentality is totally different. She's
Yeah.
spoiled. Like I'm such a go-getter. I work hard for everything, and that's the difference. Like
But you
she
don't know,
more.
subconsciously, she might have picked up on that. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to use that now, but subconsciously, like our children are watching us and they're
Yes.
absorbing everything. And, even though
Know
she
what
doesn't,
she watched the nice things that I get for myself and the nice things that I do for them, and she think that it's just simple. And I'm like, you're not a
she's
child
gonna
anymore.
find out. She's gonna find out.
Real quick.
Find out.
But I'm proud of her. She's an amazing child. I wouldn't trade her for the world. Like a lot of, and I tell her this all the time. I am where I'm at today because of you. I was pregnant. I had her at 19, and it's like you are the reason why I went so hard. I went hard because of you, and I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't, have you in my life at such an early age. So,
That's so beautiful.
a blessing.
Very much a blessing.
So it's
Um,
it's crazy. I'm preparing for her. She graduates at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Plus, my mom is here, my stepdad is here, my dad is here, her godmom is here, my best friend is here. Like it's so much going
everything.
on. And plus, today is Denham's birthday. He had practice today. We took him to dinner, and it's
Hi,
just
Jenna.
he's the big 10.
Yes.
It's just been a
Got a
hectic.
lot, got a lot going on.
Plus, like we have a lot of clients that we dealing with trying to buy
Yeah.
a home. So it's been busy in a good way for us.
Good, good. I'm happy for you and I'm excited. It's a lot of good things going on.
Yes.
And you're glowing.
Oh, thank you, girl. You are.
Mhm.
I'm stress free over here, baby.
Yeah, okay.
I'm living my best life stress free and working hard. So
Good, good.
can't complain.
We see you. We see you. Yes. All right. So what we talking about today? I miss my humble baddies. What's
So,
going on?
so today we're going to get into it. And, this is a topic that we can relate to, not only as, us being Black women and homeowners, but also us helping homeowners, especially Black women, purchase
Yeah.
homes. So the first topic today is real estate baddies, why more Black and brown women are buying. And then Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, but where's the funding? Together, this becomes a powerful, relevant, and juicy conversation about wealth building, independence, and systematic barriers, all wrapped up in an unapologetic humble baddies flavor. So that has been a big thing. I experienced
Yeah.
a lot of, minority women purchasing. But go
I'm
ahead.
about to say most of my clients, I want to say most of my clients have been Black women. Like, honestly, truly, they have been holding me up in the real estate game. So I mean, absolutely, this is definitely hitting home for me. And I don't know why I didn't really realize that until literally you just said that. I'm like, damn, you're right. The Black women is out here buying the houses. These are my clients. These are the women I'm working with every day. Like, this is true.
It's a lot. Like I'm part of a few groups, and I spoke with a few group of women where it's like Black women in real estate, and it's basically it's a group of powerful women that are teaching more women who are entrepreneurs how to invest their money, because it's not given. Like if you don't come together and speak about it, you won't know. So
Mhm.
that's a good thing. I mean, it's a group. They teach how to invest overseas, how to invest here, how to become developers, how to be GCs, and just how to recycle your money. So it's amazing. The only hard thing about it with some women is the funding. And it's not just with women, it's just minorities. I know there was a big thing with Navy Federal in regards to the loans and not allowing minorities to get qualified. Like they would have better credit scores and they would just get denied. So it's like a lot of they are starting to crack down on it, but it's still going to take a lot of time for, us
Yeah.
to be on that same page.
Equal. I remember that story not too long ago about the family who was trying to sell their home, I believe, and the appraisers, they appraised it for a lower number. And then when they, I guess, took their like family photos and stuff out of their appraiser,
Mhm.
appraised it for a higher number. So, I mean, all across the board, when it just comes to getting, what we're worth, what our homes are worth, what our properties are worth, getting the funding, we're still not getting treated equally here in the housing market. And it's really sad to see because, Black women for sure are out here getting it. I just went to my mom's graduation. She just got her doctoral degree. And it was nothing but Black women. Like Black women are out here, they're getting the degrees, they're getting the jobs, they're out here hustling and investing. And so, I think the banks are behind. The banks, all these institutions, they are really behind on the curve. And I mean, I guess it's on purpose. But I mean, we have to figure out a way. We have to start, using Black businesses, yeah, and sharing the information so that, we can progress in this industry.
Yeah, as far as sharing the information, that's why I say it's so
Yeah.
good that we come together and collab and speak on what we're doing. I know with me, I noticed there was there was not one. It probably was maybe a handful of Black women who are developers in the government contracting that falls up under building VA hospitals and everything. So you know what I did? I took advantage of it and I went to conferences. I started doing my research. Now I'm in the hat. I'm in the runnings to potentially be awarded to build 3 hospitals in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be a record that's being broke.
Yeah.
So I do my research and I learn, and I'm not a gatekeeper. I open up and I talk to people and I tell people about it. And I want more, especially minority women, to know that there's so many resources out here for us. There's so many certifications that we have that are set aside for us that'll take us to that next level. But we have to get out, continue to get out here and learn and know more about it.
Absolutely. And you do really well with that. I think just getting women together, putting things together, having classes and courses so that we can learn about if it's real estate or contracting. I've seen you put together some things for the ladies. So thanks for leading the way on that because you have definitely been a resource for me and I know a lot of other women.
Yes, thank you, Ashley. Okay, this is a quick fact to drop. 1 in 5 homes in major U.S. cities are now being bought by single women, with Black women leading the solo ownership trend.
Mhm.
Black women make up 42% of new women-owned businesses, the fastest growing demographic of entrepreneurs in the U.S. Despite this, less than 1% of venture capital funding goes to Black women. Women still face a gender pay gap and credit discrimination, which directly impacts mortgage rates and small business loan approvals.
Right.
Why do y'all think so many Black and brown women are choosing to buy homes solo instead of waiting for marriage or partnership? Is it empowerment or survival mode?
I mean, as a Black woman, I feel like we feel empowered in everything that we do now. So why would we not, go on our own and purchase a home? I don't see really the correlation with marriage
Right.
and, waiting to purchase your own home. I feel like you work so hard to get what you want. And usually a home is like your first big or major purchase. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
even correlate like marriage as a Black woman, we're not thinking that way. We're not waiting for marriage, especially a woman who's, educated, that has, a job, can get a mortgage. We're not waiting on no man to purchase no house, you know?
Exactly. That's what, when I was single and I purchased my first house, I wasn't thinking about, oh, I'm gonna wait on a husband to purchase. I was excited that I was able to even get to that point at such an
Right.
early age. Like, wow, I'm able to purchase.
Accomplishment.
It was just the
Yeah.
the feeling accomplishment. Like, I did this on my own. This is
Right.
amazing. Now let me go to the next one. Let me do what I can do next. It's
Yeah.
just an accomplishment. I don't think it has anything to do with, oh, you
I
know,
agree.
I got a point to prove
But
or
I do
something
think
like
there
that.
is a conversation, that is being had regarding should you purchase a house if you're not married? Say you're in a relationship with somebody, but you're not married. Should you, purchase a house together? Would you purchase a house separate? Like there is that major conversation that's happening right now. I mean, personally, I never was in that situation because I was with Phil since college.
Right.
So, it was what it was. But if I were a single woman or dating seriously somebody, I think that would be something I would really have to like consider. Do I want to purchase a house with somebody that I'm not married to? I think that's a legit concern. You know what I mean? Because once you tie your finances together in such a major way, like that is a major commitment, you know?
One of the biggest purchases of your life. You have to be very, careful on who you're about to make this purchase with. You don't
Right.
know, what their hidden financial secrets are. It's a lot that may unfold. You don't know if, what they have going on, regardless of what it is. So you definitely have to be careful. I feel like if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't think about having that. You didn't put a ring on my finger. We're not looking to get married. So in my eyes, we're not looking to get married. So I'm still gonna build my investment over here, purchase
Mhm.
a home. We got this going on. As long
Yeah.
as it's not affecting our relationship, then it
So
is.
then, so then would you get like a prenup so that, you could keep that home just in your name for yourself? Just so happens you guys don't last. Would you make sure that that is only your property? Is that something you
Yes.
would?
So definitely, if I come into a relationship and we get married, I'm definitely going to make sure they have their prenup. I have my prenup. Whatever we came into this relationship with, we're going to leave with.
Yeah.
Whatever we come together with, then we can split that. But anything that I have before, before we got married, that's
But what
mine.
if he's like, okay, what if he moves into your house, right? But he takes over the mortgage payments. Then what?
It's still my house. Unless, I mean, it's different.
The money into the
If
house.
it's different. If he take over the mortgage payments and we get married, then of course it becomes both of ours. So it's to a point where, okay, I don't know.
Tricky. It
It's
gets tricky.
very tricky. But
And
see,
I'm not saying you have to know all the answers. It's just these are the questions that you have to think about. Like these
yeah.
are like legit concerns that Black women, now that we are out here purchasing homes and
Mhm.
making big purchases like this on our own. This is something that you have to think about. And that was just
So
my point.
I probably would be like, whatever you invested into this is still my home. Whatever you invested into this home, I would definitely give you your investments back into it. But if we split up, you go find your way out. But as a man, you shouldn't want
Child,
your
these men don't be acting like men's, especially when things be breaking up. The men's don't be men's in no more, okay? They be out here like, that's mine. I want that.
see, when I went through my divorce, we were building a beautiful big house, and I put money into it just as well as he did, and I was just so fed up with everything. I just left. I didn't want nothing, even what I invested into it. I just wanted my peace, and I left out of it and just went and purchased my own home. So some it's,
Don't do that anymore.
I'm not. I'm not. But
It is not the advice to be given in
it's
2020.
not good advice, but I'm just being real, and I
I know, but I'm just saying,
regret
like,
that I
you
did
was going
regret that
through it.
I did it, but I just sometimes peace and happiness is more important
Furthermore.
than the money and materialistic things.
Yeah. And then you got so much more later anyway.
Period.
Mm.
Let's talk about credit. Why is it that women with strong income still struggle to get favorable loans? Have y'all experienced bias in business or real estate? I've
Mm.
experienced bias in business and more from my competitors. I
And
really,
your competitors and what exactly?
as far as other uh, business owners who are real estate owners,
Hmm.
and it's more. It's sad to say, but it's more hate. Why is this young woman coming into my industry and taking over, got a whole Netflix show on TV about her company. She ain't did nothing. She's brand new. She ain't sell all this what I said sold. This, that, and the third. Why,
Uh-huh.
why, 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 why? Why is she recruiting all these black women, these minority women, this, and they get the spotlight? That was the what I was experiencing, but I never experienced anything in regards to, with loans or any of that, even with my clients. And I have helped black female who are strippers purchase homes. They got approved. I haven't had that situation. Entrepreneurs, business owners, women who work in the corporate world. I don't experience the hate and the discrimination when it comes to that. So I haven't experienced that. And I have dealt with a lot of women who are single women homeowners.
Yeah. I think you just have there's so many different people to work with in this industry. And just because one person says no,
And
that
so
don't no show. You go find there's somebody out there who wants to work with you. There's
many,
somebody out there who relates to you. There's somebody out there who wants to help you, who wants to get the job done, who wants to get the deal done. And I think, just like anything in life, and Black women in general, it's since history we've had to overcome, and unfortunately, it may not always be as easy as somebody else's situation, but I think when you also work with your people, it usually comes out better. So I always try to, like, you know use Black businesses and go to like use referrals, like people that I know, that are going to look out for me and who have looked out for my people. I think that's the best way to go so that you don't run into situations like that. Use your people.
And use someone that's experienced. That's the problem. People be using people that don't know what they're doing. And
Right.
it can be something so simple and easy for them to get approved. But I haven't dealt with it, thank God. And it seems like, the discrimination is starting to be, there's an awareness and they're starting to resolve it in in the industry of the loan financing,
Yeah.
getting, Black women, minorities approved. So thank God for that.
Amen.
If the funding still isn't coming, is it time we gatekeep our knowledge and build our own investment networks, or does the system still owe us access? I can't answer that question because I haven't experienced that.
Yeah. I think we just have to keep educating ourselves and
Mhm.
and don't stop at no. You know what I mean? I do think we need to, I don't know. Yes, baby. Okay. I know I let him in. It's okay. I'm on the
Is that
podcast.
Foxy?
Yes, girl. Come say hey. You might as well come say hey now. Come say hey to everybody.
Hey, baby. Oh my goodness, you're so handsome. I miss you.
Outside playing basketball. All right.
You itchy. You got to
Okay.
go take a bath.
Shower.
Over there scratching.
I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways, move on.
Listen, I hear, we're independent, we're powerful, but I'm trying to pull back that layer. I'm trying to be, I done did empowerment and all that. I just want to be catered to now. I want to be a queen and just be catered to. That's
Yeah, and you should, and you deserve that. But I still think you have an obligation to do what you're doing, which is opening up doors for the
important.
women behind you. You know what I mean? So I think you're absolutely, at a time in your life where, you don't necessarily gotta, go through the struggle and all that. But everybody's looking up to you now, which is a beautiful thing.
I do feel like, and I'm not trying to sound, conceited or arrogant, but I do feel like I definitely opened up a lot of doors when it came to Black women in real estate. I was one of the women. We have Kiana Watson, we have myself. It's a lot of women that are out there that, paved the way for Black women in real estate, and not just real estate, but opening up those luxury real estate, selling multi-million-dollar homes. So shout
Mhm.
out to my Black queens who out there killing it and the ones that are looking up to us.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into our next segment. Girl, he died, and guess why he died?
Who died?
Because she left. The truth about men and broken heart syndrome.
Oh, broken hearts. Oh my gosh. I've heard of that, but like with old people though. You know?
Yes, I feel like once they get older, they really realize it. I feel like the younger guys are not really experiencing it, and they know how to hide it and cover it
Yeah.
more.
I feel like old people like no, I'm saying like when old people like say they're
No, he
like really
really
and
didn't
like
die. He didn't die for real.
who are we talking about? Are we really talking about somebody? Because I thought we were talking about somebody who died.
No, he didn't die for real.
Oh, because
Let
I
me
know
read the
old people
narrative.
like they wife die or something, and then a few
No,
they
no. Okay, let me
die.
read. Okay.
That's not
Okay.
what we're talking about.
So, baddies, what if I told you that men, yes, the same men who ghost you, cheat on you, and forget your birthday are actually out here dying because of love? Like, oh, I guess they actually dying. There's a real thing called broken heart syndrome. And new research shows men are dying from it twice the rate of women. Wow, I didn't know they was really dying.
See, I told you it's a real thing.
All right, y'all, grab your wine and your healing crystals because this one is about to get deep, spicy, and maybe a little sad. Lord, have mercy. So go ahead and tell me because I never experienced this.
Well, the only time I never heard it with like no younger people, but like, older people say they in a nursing home or, just old and they've been together their whole lives or whatever. And, they're soulmates. And say like the wife passes away. I've heard a lot of stories where like the husband all of a sudden gets sick and die too, because it's like their soulmate has passed away and like they die from like a broken heart from being like lonely. Like this was their other half. So I've heard it in that sense before, but I don't know
I
about
haven't
younger people with the broken heart syndrome. Young
out
people just be going out and getting a new man or lady.
exactly. Out of my family, because my great I was alive when my great grandfather was and my great grandmother on both sides. My mom's dad's side, my great grandmother died first, and my grandfather lived to be 98 years old. So she died at like 70 something. So he lived the extra 20 years
Okay.
after she died. But
Oh,
everyone else, the male died first, and the women are still living.
mm,
But I feel like sometimes the women it's easier for the woman because it's easier for them to find another man. For the
mm.
man, it's hard for them to find another woman because they old.
You think so? I feel like I thought it was the other way around. I thought old men be always with a little young thing, you
Not
know?
when they get in their 80s and 90s, late
Mm,
70s,
I
80s.
guess so, because the woman's like they sexual appetite gets like they.
Listen, I'm about to tell y'all a little story, and I am not lying.
About your great grandmama?
Girl, I'm not even finished. The
What?
I ain't
Your
gonna say it's my
grandmama
grandma.
was hot in the. Okay.
It's not my grandma, but it's somebody close, that I know. It's one of my friends.
Give one of your friends' grandma. She was hot in the pennies.
She's 80 something years old and she still goes to the sex store and they have these conversations about what they going to get, what size and how they use it. And
Girl,
on my on my life, I'm not lying. I was
I'm
like,
supposed to be like that, I think.
I said the same thing. But she looks so young and refreshed. I'm like, oh my goodness, I am shocked.
Probably it's because she probably like,
It
releases.
keeps her going. Like she used that thing faithfully, and she got different sizes. She's very experienced. Like she can have sex parties and tell you about the toys.
But only with toys, not with men.
I don't think she messed with
Like,
me.
I don't even need no man. Just give me
No,
the.
because her husband passed away, so she get her enjoyment from her toys.
Okay, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Okay, but are these young men, are they got broken hearted syndrome? Is that a thing or is it just an old man thing?
I think it's just the old man thing. I don't I don't think I had never heard of a young man having broken heart syndrome. The only thing I have heard where when they hurt, they cry, but they move on fast. They'll
Mm.
say, "Oh, I miss her. I can't live without you. I'm sorry."
Now they do be real pitiful when they heartbroken. I mean, pitiful. You
Girls
know,
sick to their stomach. Talking about they it's every excuse.
they feel like
Oh,
they can die. They
I'm gonna
can't
kill myself. I'm going to the hospital. Oh, I want to marry you now, right now. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
baby. And then
So
a
pitiful.
month later, they in a whole nother relationship.
Exactly. Oop. I guess what happened? All right. Well, let's see if Sharelle can connect back. Let's see. Where you at? I don't see you. Yeah, I see you. Somebody ain't like what you was talking about just now and cut you off.
somebody, somebody came in and was like, we finna shut that down right now. Right now, right now.
They said not today. Move on. Move on.
but but it's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I feel like men really turn into little babies anytime they get sick, brokenhearted, they just really act like little kids, like just pitiful.
Yes, they do. They come up with every scenario of why, who, they sorry, they gonna change, I promise.
So do you think men feel heartbreak deeper because they're not taught how to express their heartbreak?
Yes, I
How
feel
to
like
deal with heartbreak? Like,
no, I feel like they're taught how to be a man, and if you cry and if you express yourself, you're not a man. So I feel like those things create layers to, for them to, it's hard for them to express how they really feel. And another thing, like they're not taught to open up.
yeah.
Because if you open up, you're a punk, you this, you that, you're not a
I
man.
think one, nobody's really taught how to deal with heartbreak. Two, I think men don't know how to take accountability a lot of times. And so that comes out as heartbreak, but really it's like, oh my God, I can't take accountability for these things that have, I've caused the relationship or whatever. So it just comes out in that real pitiful, childish ass way. When really they just probably took accountability that would take a load off of them. You know what I mean? But they haven't learned to do that. So it could be that. If men are dying from heartbreak, should we stop calling them emotionally unavailable, or is that still fair? I mean, no, you could. I'm gonna still call you emotionally unavailable. You need to figure it out before you die, though. That ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get in touch with your emotions. Don't be. You can't be like deeply in love with me to the point where you can only be emotionally available once it's heartbreak.
When it's right. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like if they were emotionally available, they would know how to deal with a heartbreak.
Exactly.
Because they know, okay, I gave it my all, I expressed myself, and it's not gonna work. But you let everything build up, and it takes a toll on you, and you're stressed out to the point where you going 6 feet under.
Yeah. Well, that just reminded me though. One time I feel like I was heartbroken with Phil. We had broke up for like 2 weeks, and girl, I was pitiful. I'm not gonna lie, but he was more pitiful. I realized. But in my little I was living in LA. And I literally came home because I was just homesick. I needed to be home. And my parents, I was riding in the car with them, and like Erica Badu song came on, and I was like, "Oh my God, turn it off! I can't even listen to." I was really pitiful. Like I couldn't listen to certain songs. I couldn't eat certain foods. Like everything I was really, really pitiful. But then when we got back together, when we was like trying to like figure out what we was gonna do, girl, I realized he was more pitiful.
Oh yeah, they do. Listen. And the thing about it is they be fronting, they be acting like, oh, I'm good, all hard, I'm good. They'll even jump into a whole new relationship, baby. You need to stop it. Stop it.
All right. You was playing hard all that time.
Stop it. You still hurt, boo-boo.
Very hurt. Very hurt. Would you feel guilty if an ex died of a broken heart over you? I mean, can we really determine that they die from a broken heart?
We won't know. I don't think we would know.
Well, the condition is called broken heart syndrome, also known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It's a real medically documented condition that mimics a heart attack. It's often triggered by intense emotional or physical stress, like a breakup, the death of a loved one, or even public humiliation. So it's a whole definition for it in the medical book. So obviously they can, rule that out as how they die. So,
It's a scary situation. I don't know. I feel like, I probably would feel a little guilty if they pass away right after we break up, because I mean that it's a natural feeling like, damn, I was just with this person,
Yeah.
and you may feel like you didn't get enough closure or something. So you will, I know I probably would have a guilty conscience. It would hurt. Not me feeling like I'm the reason why they died, but it will be some guilt on me because I feel like there wasn't any closure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, baby. Dying of a broken heart is pretty pitiful, I must say. But okay, moving on. Let's get into segment 3, the naked truth. Can sleeping in the buff boost your health? All right, baddies, let's talk about something that's equal parts bold, biological, and well, fair. New studies suggest that sleeping without clothes might actually do more than just free your body from tight waistbands and tangled pajama pants. Research shows that ditching the nightwear can help regulate hormones, lower stress levels by reducing cortisol, and even boost your metabolism, leading to potential fat loss while you sleep. But hold up, is this real science or just another trendy wellness claim? Are people really seeing health benefits from sleeping au naturel? Or are we all just getting more comfortable with our bodies and calling it biohacking? From hormone balance to hotter sex lives, yep, we're going there. We're stripping this topic down and getting into the bed with the facts. Okay.
I like sleeping naked.
You do?
I always sleep naked. I first of all, I like when I'm, in a relationship and I'm cuddled up, I don't like having clothes on.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it needs to be easy access. If I want something 3 o'clock in the morning, I toot my little booty up, boom, boom, and then no, you ain't even got to get up. And I don't like being hot. Like I like for it to be cold, and I like to be wrapped up in blankets, but I like to be naked. And if I want to get up and go to the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't got to have crust all in my eyes. I'm walking to the bathroom. I ain't got to pull down my pants. I just sit right on the toilet, wipe myself, and jump right back in bed.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, all of that sounds amazing. I sleep naked, but I don't always want to. Phil don't let me get into bed with clothes on, but I try it. I be trying. First of all, I like to sleep with a bra on because I don't be liking how my boobs be feeling everywhere. First of all, secondly, I feel like I sweat more with no clothes on when I sleep. And we keep our bedroom very, very cold. But I feel like when I don't have no clothes on, I just be sweating. But I like it because I feel like I'm losing weight. I'm like, I'm sweating at night. I'm losing calories.
Yeah, you're burning calories when all that is going on. I love it.
But Phil don't let me sleep with it. If I get in, he's ripping them off as soon as I get into bed, like off.
I hate sleeping with bras on. Ugh, I like for them to be free.
Yeah, I mean, I have comfortable sleepwear like bras, so they don't feel like nothing. But yeah, sometimes I just want to feel like put together.
Like everything tucked in and tight.
Yeah. But it's not happening. It is what it is. I'm married, I don't got no choice, no options there. All right, so let's talk about it. Is sleeping naked actually healthy, or is it just an excuse for people to feel sexy at night?
Do you think people really looking at it to see if it's damn healthy?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, there are health benefits, so. And like I
if they are health benefits, they are amazing. The health benefit for me is easy access. Me sleeping naked to my man, it's easy.
I mean, I feel like maybe it could help your relationship, if you get in the bed naked with your man every night, it could lead to more sex, which leads to a healthier relationship. So there are health benefits.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Can sleeping without clothes really burn fat, or is it just wishful and naked thinking? I think it do. Because I be hot.
You think it may burn a few calories. If you hot, you may feel like you in a little sauna or a steam room or whatever it is. You sweat up. But I don't like to sweat. Like if I'm sweating, the AC is going down.
maybe I'd be in a cold sweat because my room be cold. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think we look at it sleeping naked. We look at it for the health benefits. We look at it for the sex benefits.
Yeah, that was the next question. Does it improve your sex life? I think it does for sure. Yeah, because if you get in the bed with a muumuu on and your
what the hell is this? And your bonnet on. What is this?
And your mouth guard and like, girl, no.
You're doing too much.
Yeah. Like people who now when I say I like to get into bed with clothes on, I literally meant like a little sleep bra and some little panties. Now the people who be going to bed with a full lace pajama set or silk pajama set, how? I don't understand that. Like you getting into bed with a full outfit on. That I can't do.
Sometimes I like to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, do a few little tricks or whatever. It's a lot of benefits, and it's to sleeping naked.
Okay. Period. It's say, does sleeping naked together increase intimacy or just create more opportunities for late night arguments over covers? Ain't nobody arguing over no damn.
Ain't nobody arguing over no damn covers.
Yeah, no. All right. That was a cute little segment. I will be sleeping naked tonight. Don't worry, Phil. No worries there.
Phil done hit all your clothes, your pajamas.
Yeah, and Will. He does that. All right. So now we got some questions from our humble baddies. I love when they write to us and ask us questions. All right. Question number 1. If you had to leave the U.S., what are the top 2 places you would move to?
Oh, we already answered that one.
Oh.
Last time. So you can answer. Where would you move to?
Ooh. Well, now that I'm being educated and I visited Africa, I think I would love to choose an African country, but there's so many countries I haven't been to yet, so I don't want to say which one yet, but I just feel like if I had the opportunity to move somewhere, it should be an African country because that's the motherland.
I said the same thing.
I got to pick another one. Probably like Italy because I love the food. I used to live there when I was a baby and I just love it. It's such a beautiful country.
The vibe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So did y'all do all these questions? Yeah.
Let's get to the humble baddies mail.
All right. Humble baddies mail. You got it. Go ahead.
Let's see.
Do you have it?
What is? I gotta pull it back up because we had a little text.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, read it and I'll answer it.
Okay. Hey ladies, so I've been in this weird situation for about 6 months now, and I really need some real talk from y'all. I'm 29, recently started dating this amazing guy. He's emotionally available, rare, consistent, and actually wants to build something real. We've been together for about 4 months now, and things are moving in a healthy direction, except for one issue. My ex, who I was with for almost 5 years, still pays all my major bills. I'm talking rent, phone, car note, and even health insurance. He says he doesn't want me to struggle and that he still cares. And even though we're not together, and no, we're not sleeping together, it's truly just financial. He sends the money like clockwork and keeps it very platonic. I've told my new man about it, and he is not okay with it. He feels like it's a form of control, that no man is doing all that out of pure kindness. He told me straight up, you can't build a future with me while being financially tied to your past. I get it, but here's the thing. I'm not rich. My new man is still getting on his feet. So the lifestyle I'm used to is completely different when I'm with him. I love being with him, but I'm scared of letting go of a life where I don't have to worry about money. Is that wrong? So I guess my question is, what would you do? Would you cut off your ex and have to worry about money or stay financially secure? Be honest, I can take it. Maya from Nashville, Tennessee.
I wouldn't. I mean, if she was being, first of all, he's what do you call it? Basically, she's been held in that spot, like he's making her lazy. because she's not going to change if if there's no relationship between them and he's financially taking care of her. Now, well, am I complaining? No. I mean, I have somebody taking care of me financially and it's nothing more than that. But I'm not going to get into a serious relationship with someone if I have somebody financially taking care of me, because it's disrespect for that man who you're in a relationship with.
Right.
It's a lot of disrespect. So you have to choose one. If you're going to continue to get financial help from this man, which I'm sure you are, then you need to cut off ties, because it's not fair for this man.
Yeah.
To be able to deal with that. That's kind of like the situation, and I was telling Lex about it. If it's kind of like the situation we was talking about on Monday, like I wouldn't want, if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't want someone to have financial ties over if I'm in a relationship with you. It's just not respectful. There's boundaries that have to be set. And for this man, he's financially taking care of you. It may not be the same thing, but it's still someone there. Even if they're overlooking or they're taking care of, it's just respect. It's going to create controversy, and you have to choose one. It's not fair for the man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, anything that keeps you tied to your ex, I think, you shouldn't be moving on. Like if you're still tied to them in any kind of way, whether it's financially, emotionally, I mean, when you have children with somebody, that's always going to be a connection. But if you have a choice, like children is not a choice, but if you have a choice to be connected with them, then you have to make the choice to either, be connected to that person and not deal with anybody else, or, cut them off so you can move on fully. And yeah, I agree with the man. I agree with him. I think, she shouldn't be trying to be financially taken care of by somebody else. That is disrespectful, like you said. So Maya, I don't know, girl, you need to think about what you really want. And if it's moving on from your past, then you got to cut ties with that ex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right, you guys. Maya, hopefully we answered your question. That is it for Humble Baddies. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Sharelle Rosado on Instagram. Follow us at Humble Baddies Looking Fox. Humble Baddies Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Ash, where they can
I'm
find
Ashley Nicole on Instagram. You guys follow me, and please come back and watch us on Monday. We'll be back. Love you. See you. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You took a bath?
Fox, you took a bath? Oh my goodness. My thing went down to 4.